What's up, friends? Stobbie here with another little preview. The next update here for Battle Brothers. We have Devblog number 125, the Ifrit. Now, this looks interesting. Okay, so my first reaction, I haven't read this before. We're back with another Devblog to take a closer look at what the upcoming Blazing Deserts DLC for Battle Brothers brings to the table. As we've established last time, the world map will be expanded with new lands to the south. Even though the focus of the DLC will be on fighting human opponents, those new southern deserts wouldn't feel quite complete without their own bestiary loosely based on Middle Eastern mythology. The Ifrit is one such beast that you'll soon be able to face. Let's delve in. South is a harsh land, and the southern city-states do not tolerate dissent. Criminals, expanded slaves, and bothersome political rivals all may find themselves expelled to the blazing deserts without a drop of water. There, so folklore claims, the sun shall burn away their impurities and distill their spirits to their very essence. Forged by fire and tempered with heat, every once in a while an Ifrit is born. A cursed creature, if folklore is to be believed, a spirit saved by basking beneath the gilded shine of the eternal sun. If the priests speak true, and a strange and alien creature in any case. Made not of flesh and blood, but of rock and stone, of shifting sands. It roams endlessly where the blistering heat of the sun has baked the land into endless barren wastes that stretch between the horizons. I have a bad feeling about this. In battle, the Ifrit comes in three sizes of living rock. The larger, the more dangerous. Unique among all creatures in Battle Brothers, several smaller Ifrits can assemble into one larger one. And several larger ones can assemble into one gargantuan. Oh god, these shuffling behemoths are slow. They can strike powerful blows in melee, and they can also rip out parts of themselves and fling them at enemies. Not only is getting a living rock thrown at you a dangerous ranged attack, but whether the attack hits or misses, the rock thrown is itself a small Ifrit that can attack in melee once it has crashed at its destination, which may well be at your back line. Worse yet, if there's three or more smaller Ifrits being thrown around, they can assemble again into a larger one elsewhere. If your men manage to destroy an Ifrit, it will crumble into two smaller parts with one part lost, until it is down to the smallest size where destroying it will end its existence permanently. If there happens to be a third part around of a fitting size. However, the Ifrit can again assemble itself to a rocky monstrosity. Though fighting it is as much about dealing damage as it is about smart positioning and denying access to tiles. While large Ifrits are too heavy to be pushed around, smaller ones can be both pulled and knocked back to your advantage. The Ifrit is a powerful opponent best taken on by experienced companies towards the latter part of the campaign. There's a new contract dealing with Ifrits, but there's also incentive to challenge them on your own terms, and perhaps even earlier in a campaign. Ifrits drop rare and expensive ingredients, can be used to craft some of the powerful alchemical contraptions that are coming with the Blazing Deserts DLC, including one shown in this wallpaper. So you need that for gunpowder. Make the bombs. Let's say this wallpaper. Heating steam, yes. Aha, okay, yes. So we're going to need that crafting components to make the grenade seen here, the Holy Grenade of Antioch. Okay, so what do I think? It's too early to tell. I don't really know much about this thing. What I want to know is what its armor values are going to be like. And I'm assuming it's going to have damage dissipation or damage absorption. So a lot of how you deal with it will be determined by how you can deal damage to it. I'm assuming it'll have the same damage resistance that skeletons have against ranged fire, so you'd need to use throwing weapons. I don't know. It's kind of similar to a Shret in that you hit it, then you get smaller ones to deal with, but at least knock a piece off, destroy the small one, and that's the way to deal with it. I think this makes having dedicated tank characters even more important. In some recent offline experimentations, I've switched my setups from fully damage oriented, like the current trading caravan build, to having, of the 7 frontline lads, I now want to have 2 dedicated tanks. I think that's going to be pretty important. You have a guy with shield specialization, super hard to hit, super tough, put himself into contact with one of the big lads, and then polearm and long axe attacks and whip attacks. Get the little bits to break off. Other lads come in. What are you going to do when there's multiple of these things? But I'm assuming you can't throw a net at it, and poison's going to be useless. Super interesting. I can't wait. I can't wait. Well, again, not a whole lot to say right now. We need more details before we can really theory craft. But my intuition tells me blunt weapons are going to be the way to deal with these things, especially if they can be staggered. It'll be important. Okay, friends, thanks for watching. I'm Stobbie. This is the latest Devblog review. Ifrit. A couple more of these Devblogs, and then the DLC is going to come out. Man, I can't wait. That's going to be good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week for next week's Devblog review.